Maulana Rumi is a unique character in the history of Islam. One of the unique things about him is his time that he lived. A lot of time you have to know the time that they live in order to see the character of people. If somebody is raised in a luxurious lifestyle and you can tell how they were groomed. First of all, his name, when he was born, they named him Muhammad Jalaluddin. His father was called the Sultan of the Ulama. This plays a big role because we live in a time of Google. We live in a time that if you need anything, you can get the entire library on your software. So he had a father like that anything he wanted, he would ask him, and the father would give him. So that was a big advantage to Maulana Jalaluddin Muhammad Balkhi al-Rumi. He was born in Balkh to this man who was honored by the kings, by the Khalifa. They left when he was 12 years old from Balkh to go to the pilgrimage in Mecca. From Mecca and Medina, once they did the pilgrimage, they went to Syria. From Syria, they ended up in a place called Karaman. And from Karaman, at that time, Al-Din Qiqabat is the Khalifa of he's the Seljuk Empire.
So Rumi lived during the Seljuk.
They ended up in Karaman, and that's where Al-Din Qiqabat brought him to Konya, which was the capital at that time. Maulana Rumi grows up sharp. He was one of the sharpest people that they have ever met. Everybody was so amazed at his intellect, at his memory, as his wisdom from a young age. So he memorizes a lot. He masters every science of his time. And to have a father like that, subhanAllah. At age 25, when his father died, he became the chair of Islamic studies of Seljuk Empire.
In Konya.
In Konya. Now imagine that rank.
At 25.
At 25. So it kind of reminds you of Imam Ghazali, you know, kind of like that age and that brilliant, you know, just amazing mind. So then what happens is he gets big. He gets big, he becomes a superstar in Konya. He surpassed his father because he had the charisma, he had the youth, and he had the knowledge. He was obviously they're Hanafi in here, so he's a Hanafi master of Hanafi fiqh. He knows logic, he knows rhetoric, he also knows Aristotle, Socrates. He knows all these sciences, the East, the West. He's a master of all of the sciences. Years pass by. Muhaqqiq Tirmizi, who is the spiritual deputy of his father, who is the top student of Maulana Rumi's father, comes from Balkh. Now you have to remember, by the time they got to Iraq, Balkh is destroyed.
By the Mongols.
By the Mongols. Muhaqqiq Tirmizi comes to Konya and he sees Maulana Rumi and he says, listen, you're in the wrong place. You gotta leave. He said, what do you mean leave? Look at this. I'm the most learned person in here. I'm the chair of the Islamic studies of Seljuk Empire. Thousands of people in my classes. Everybody benefits from me. He said, no. You got to go to Syria. Why should I go to Syria? He said, because Syria is the all-star of scholarship now. Because the Mongol invasion, everybody fled to Syria. This is the hub where everybody took refuge. But here's what separates Maulana from everybody else. What did he say in response to Muhaqqiq Tirmizi? Did he say, oh, you old fool? You come from Balkh and you're teaching me, look at my dominion, look at my kingdom, look at the kings bow down to me. What do you think I am? To go and study now? Me study? He said, whatever you say, you're like my father. And this is the humility of Maulana Rumi is what raised him.
One of the images that Maulana often uses is the image of the seasons. So he says, for instance, Gul az khizan bi gorizad, ajib che shukh guli, ki pishi bazi khizani khizan rafti. So he says, the rose is a stranger when autumn comes. So be amazed at that rose, which, when pushed away by the wind of autumn, is pushed away only very slowly. And this applies to those people who are still trying to hold on to religion, not because they want an identity and they're angry about something, but because they want to be like roses. The modern world really is late autumn now. And the kind of vegetation that survives, it's like hard sticks, scratchy, easily broken. That's what most religious people have become, but the beauty of the rose. So, Ajib che shukh guli, amazing is that brave rose that is able just slowly to be pushed away by the winds of autumn.
Hush ra bigzar wa anga hush dar. Leave this consciousness and then become conscious. Gush ra barban wa anga gush dar. Shut this ear and then start to listen. That in reality we cannot hear. People say, I don't hear. Well, because we are full of ourselves. Our ears are full of our own music. The eyes are full of our own images. The inner eye is blocked. How did they hear the sound? How did Maulana hear the sound of awakening? So where did that sound come from? It's from inside of you. You know, there's no revelation after the Prophet ﷺ that God spoken to somebody. No, but that is a divine gift that he gives to people, that you can hear yourself, your own soul, which is connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because the soul is from the breath of Allah.
Rumi also says, Tu bulbuli masti mayane Jordan, Rasid boya Golistan, be Golistan rafti. You are like an intoxicated nightingale surrounded by owls. These are some of the images that he uses. The owl only exists at night, so it's a kind of nocturnal, rather ominous creature. And when the sun comes out, you can't even see. But the nightingale, it's a beautiful creature that flies and that sings, the essence of beauty. And the one who still remembers his Lord in an age when human beings are kind of just dark and looking for the next mouse to jump on. They're the unusual nightingales. So we need to be grateful to Mevlana for reminding us that this is what